It should be. Hi guys, how you doing? It's Wednesday, isn't it? Wednesday,
Yes.
it is. Happy Wednesday, wherever you are. Hope you've had a sensational day. Quickly, before we head into this Facebook Live, we've got a bit of a disclaimer. Just make sure that there's no little ears listening, because we are speaking about our favourite person, and that is Santa. So we just want to make sure that there's no little ears listening. So if you are watching and you do have kids still up, maybe if you've got a pair of earphones, maybe just pop them in. But anyway, so first and foremost, we're talking on the topic tonight of Christmas and how to avoid the Christmas rush. And we were just saying at the end of the day that Christmas is actually meant to be a joyous and happy time of year. And for many of us that are busy bees, we do actually accidentally leave things to the last minute, which can cause stress and obviously cost more money, and by no means it just happens that way. So here we are, the 24th of October, before we know it. But, you know, we're now sort of heading into end of year dancing concerts that will sort of have those dates being booked in. We're going to be having Christmas parties. We've got work deadlines, all kinds of stuff happening. So from that perspective, the pace of the year really does sort of start to kick in from here up until to Christmas. So the whole idea is for us now to be able to share some tips that's going to help us, I guess, balance our time and enjoy the festive season. One person that I know personally that loves Christmas is this amazing lady next to me, Bree.
Yes.
She's
everyone.
owner-operator from B Minor. We absolutely love Bree to bits. She's one of our partners and provides us with articles each month and that we publish. And this month we published the article on the topic of
Avoiding the Christmas rush when you're shopping for your children.
And I think it's one of those things really that everybody can take some tips, even if you don't have children, and you're shopping for adults and those types of things. So this is something that is going to be helpful, I guess, in a broad sense. So Bree you've got 3 children.
Yes.
And they're all under 7.
Under 8 now.
Under 8, yes.
I've had a birthday.
You had a birthday. So 3 children under 8. Now, Bree is an early childhood educator who also runs music sessions in children's centres, kindergartens and community centres. And the name of their business is called B Minor Music.
That's right.
And we just love her to bits, and she's just sensational. So first and foremost, for somebody that may have not read your article that we published earlier this month, Avoiding the Christmas Rush, when shopping for your children, can maybe just give our audience a bit of an inkling into the article and what it's about overall.
Sure. So basically in the article I speak about how we go about getting the presents. So I know for me, when my children and I go shopping, it can be, for most, I think, families, a little bit of an ordeal when they see things that they want and they're just like, I want this. So basically what I do is I say to them, okay, let's take a picture of you with that toy and we'll send it to Santa, and that can go on your Christmas list. And if it's not near Christmas and it's near their birthday, we turn it around and say, let's pop it on your birthday list. And then they put it back onto the shelf and we continue shopping. So that's how it kind of started with my little thing of avoiding
And so where
shopping.
did you come up with the idea to be able to take the photo and then sort of think, well, at least I know what that is, and then if I see if it go on special, I can grab it on sale, or that sort of stuff. Where did you come up with that idea?
It was just one of those things where I just wanted to alleviate the stress when we were actually shopping. And I was just like, okay, let's take a photo. And they all of a sudden were content with that.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, this is good.
So I must be thinking, I'm going to get that later on.
Exactly. Yes. So, they didn't have to ask again. And then I started going, okay, we can work this into some kind of system.
Yeah.
So then I started filing them into a Christmas file on my phone and uploading them onto my PC. I'm a PC girl. Bit old-fashioned, but
whatever works. Whatever works.
Yes, that's right. And then when it got to Christmas time, I'd say to them, okay, this is what you've got on your list. What do you want in most, what you want most and what you want least? And they'd put it in order, and then I'd say to them, when it gets to
Could they do that? Could they actually say, I sort of want that more and that less?
Yeah.
That's good.
And then when it gets to October, I say, okay, it's time to send it off. We need to send it off early because Santa needs to organise these presents and they have to be made and everything.
Of course they do.
So if we leave it too late, he's not going to have time. So that's the way we get around the early bit.
Yeah.
Don't change your mind. This is what you're doing now. And then from then, I need to start thinking about, okay, we've just seen these in the shops. We need to get in there quick because prices do change, and things that were on the shelf, especially I'm a massive Kmart fan.
Yep.
Things that were on the shelf at Kmart last year. Yes, woohoo.
Love Kmart.
Things that were on the shelf last week at Kmart sometimes aren't on the shelf this week.
Yeah.
So you've got to get in there quickly for the things that you really want.
So your deadline for saying to the children the letter to go to Santa must be when? The start of...
For me, it's the start of October. It can be any time that you don't want to basically enter the shops again. I find that November and December starts to get a little bit busy, and as you said, you know, we've got so many things on in November and December. You just want to love Christmas
and
enjoy it and not think about, I've got to go to the shops and get this.
And we were just talking before, and I guess the biggest pretense and the biggest idea behind this is actually to keep out of the shops during the busy time. So, you know, nobody likes the busy car parks and the stress and all that sort of stuff, and very rarely things are actually on sale from here up until sort of Christmas time anyway. The margins are going to be staying the same. So the whole idea is to be able to keep everybody stress-free out of the shops and to do your Christmas shopping from October. But like you were saying before, you can actually obviously plan right throughout the year. I mean, one thing I find quite funny is that Christmas is the same date every year, like without fail. But for some reason, we just get to the, oh my God,
it's Christmas next week.
Yeah. So it's just a matter of like we're saying that saying if you fail to plan, we plan to fail. It's a little bit doomsday, but in the sense that, you know, we just want to be able to clear our calendars and our time to be able to enjoy the festive season. So Bree, so you have you take the photos.
Yep.
When the children say, I want this particular toy, then you save that on your phone and then you upload that to your PC into a folder.
Yes.
And then the children then will write their letter to Santa to say, this is what I want, and that gets sent off by the start of October.
Yep.
The start of October, which then allows, I guess, Santa to go off and start shopping for those and grab those bargains when they're on sale.
Exactly.
Special. Yeah.
And there's also another system you can use if you don't like using the phone system and taking your children shopping. If you have catalogues at home, you can get them to circle all the catalogues, cut them out and paste them in order, which is just, it's great for the development to be doing that kind of stuff anyway, with the cutting and the pasting and everything. So
I do that anyway, just with the Coles and the Woolies. And I love to circle them and then, you know, make my lists. But anyway, so you see, so the kids then, they go through the catalogues and then they circle it, they cut it out and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. So we've got the three, that was just a bit of an overview on the, Nicole Lawson. Hi, Nicole. How you doing?
Hi. Hi, Ella.
So that was a bit of an overview on the article. We've got three key questions that Bree's going to be asking, so we might just head into those questions now.
Sure.
So the first question is, how do you avoid the Christmas rush?
Okay, so basically, as I said, by October, we get the list in.
Yep.
And then I start shopping. I like to do it during school hours. I find that it's not as bad then. If you can get someone to pick up the children for school pickup and do it between like kind of 2 and 4, I find that shops are often really empty then.
Yep.
And if you can do online, you know, get it out of the way so you don't actually have to leave the house. That's also another easy way of shopping.
I've never really been, and for no reason, maybe I'm a bit old school, I haven't done a lot of online shopping, but do they generally offer the same specials like in the catalogue as they do online? Is that something that is quite...
If you're shopping through the big department stores, it's usually the same price.
Okay.
But I'm a bit of a Googler, so I'll Google a product that I want, and then you go, usually if you put in the settings, you can go from lowest to highest and include
Tell us
postage.
Tell us about that.
Okay, so basically when you Google in a product that you want, you can put at the top of the PC, I don't know about phones because I'm a bit, as I said, old school.
That's okay.
But you can put in order of lowest to highest, and it can include postage.
Okay, so I'll go into Google and I'm going to say Squishables. I want Squishables at the moment.
Yep.
My niece absolutely loves Squishables. So I put Squishables.
Yes.
And you're saying what comes up on Google generally then? I'm just going to say Kmart, it's going to say Target, it's going to say Toys R Us, whatever type of thing? Yep. And then how do you then rank that from the Google search?
So then there'll usually be in the right hand up the top, there'll be a thing that says high to low when you go into the shopping. So I think you can do, there's like everything, images, videos, shopping.
Oh, the
so
tag.
you go into the
shop. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you go into the shopping tags, and then it'll say price low to high. and then I usually go from lowest to highest and go, okay, yep, that's great, and then send it to me if it's within
if
the
it
estimated
matches.
delivery time and the product that I want.
And this is another question too. So then if you're getting things delivered to the house, and have your children ever seen the delivery and then asked what they are?
Well, I get so many deliveries through Be Minor Music because I'm constantly getting puppets and, clothing and things like that.
So they don't question that?
No, I just say it's just for work and, pop it in my room and then open it up when, they're asleep or...
So if a mum or dad or grandparent then gets something delivered to the house and the kids wonder what it is, how would we get around that, do you reckon?
Well, you could always say that it's something that you've bought for them for the future.
For the future,
and,
Or somebody else's birthday?
Yes, that's right.
Could be.
Yeah, or alternatively, you could actually ask a family member, can I send these things to your address? And that way...
That's not a bad idea.
It's not coming to you at all.
Was this, can you sing The Wheels of the Bus, please?
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round all day long. We digress.
So the question was, how do you avoid the Christmas rush? We're still trying to work out ways of actually keeping out of the shops. Bree's just talking about the fact that she loves her online shopping, that she'll go to Google, type in the product into the Google search, and when you go to Google, you'll see that there's sort of tabs along the top will sort of say images, news, blah, 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 and you're saying there's a tab that says shopping.
Yep.
She clicks onto the shopping tab, and then that will actually rank where that particular product is sold from low to high.
Yes, you can either do low to high, the most relevant, high to low.
Yep. And then from there, if that particular product then is going to, match or what have you, other products, their prices, she will then shop online. One way to get around the kids actually seeing what's been delivered to the house is actually then having it delivered somewhere else to your mum or dad or your friends and that sort of stuff. So that's a great idea. Any other ideas on how we can avoid the Christmas rush? And keep out of the shops.
Yes, that's it. So the other thing I think is a great way to get out of the shop or to get out of the shops is to also support local businesses. So there's so many local businesses. So what you can do on your Facebook page is just put up a link and say, is there anybody of my friends and family that own their own businesses? And if they've got products that you might like for your friend, for your children or your family or anything like that, and then you can just, go and visit them, have a cup of coffee, and get the product off them.
That's a beautiful idea.
Lovely catch up, and you're supporting their business.
Yeah, that's a beautiful idea. Yeah. All right. Well, and there's a lot of other stuff in the article too.
There is.
The next question we actually have is, how can you apply this this technique when buying for adults? Because of course we're not just buying for children at Christmas; we're buying for adults also.
Yes. So a system that my family and myself have organised for probably about 5 years now, which I just love, is we email each other a list of what we want.
Yep.
And then that goes out to all of the family. And then between the family, they organise what they're going to buy. So you get what you want, but you don't know who it's going to be from. Some things might be on the list that you get. Some things might get lifted off. So you can put the most extravagant things in the world that are unrealistic.
Yeah.
Or you could put the simplest things that, you could even put deodorant if you want. And then on the actual Christmas day...
you'll get something from that list. Now, so the family actually just buy just one present per person?
We do.
Yeah.
Yes, we're a small family, so we don't have to buy... I know a lot of bigger families like to do the Kris Kringles and things like that.
All right, so you email all your family your ultimate Christmas list.
Yep.
Each family member picks that one present to buy for each family member.
Yeah, and they communicate with each other what each other's got, so that there's no doubling up and everything like that.
Yeah. I always think too, we're the ones that know. I don't know about you. Do you like surprises? I don't like surprises at all.
Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't, but I'm very aware that sometimes people will buy you a present just for the sake of buying a present because it's Christmas time, and then you're wasting... we've got so much landfill that I think it's so important to actually get something that you want, whether it be an experience or whether it be something that you're going to use.
A product that you need. So, and that's the whole idea, is to be able to then, obviously, this technique of emailing everyone actually gets something that they actually want and or need, which is a great idea.
Yep.
Yeah. The next question is, what do you do with the gifts that children ask for that you don't get?
Okay.
So
this is my favourite one. So
Yes.
after I've done all of the shopping, so Santa's list goes out, and whatever Santa isn't getting the children, I then compile into a list. I send out to my family again, and it can be something from as little as $2 to over $100, and whoever wants to buy whatever, and they buy that. So generally, the children's Christmas lists will all get fulfilled between Santa and the family. And it's lovely because, Christmas morning they open up all their presents and they get to the end and they're just like, oh, the thing I wanted most I didn't get. And you can see that, they're so like, oh, it didn't happen for me. And then we'll catch up with their, our family.
And then they'll get the present later on.
And they're just like, yes, I did get it. And it's just, the excitement in their eyes. And yeah, so it's just lovely.
Oh, I was doing some researching before on some other tips and that sort of stuff, and other people write about the fact that you can plan your Christmas list early. Of course, we can sort of start shopping right throughout the whole year, which is something that some people do and some people don't. But it's a great idea. Once again, to keep out of the shops during the busy time, plan your Christmas list early. It's harder with children maybe because their taste in toys and that sort of stuff can change, but
with the younger ones it's a lot easier. With the
yeah.
older ones, as I mentioned earlier, if you just mention to them, we really need to actually get this list out to Santa, we can't change our mind now because he needs to make them.
Yes,
I think that that puts them in that mental mindset of, oh, okay, I'd like to change my mind, but we can have that for my birthday list. Or
yes,
yeah.
Another one is purchase meaningful gifts as well, and I think you're saying before about the fact of actually giving an experience, and I think landfill is something that that we should all be mindful of.
Very much.
And I completely support that as well. So things that are meaningful and experiences, I think sometimes are just. I think they're just brilliant.
Yes.
And you're creating memories as opposed to just adding to landfill and having more stuff that we don't always need.
Yep.
And then of course when you actually plan sort of in either early on in the year and or from October. I know we're sort of the end of October, but obviously you're going to spend less money too because you're going to sort of be planning and that sort of stuff as well. So which is one of those things. So I don't know. Is there anything else you want to add? Do you think?
I think we might have covered it all.
And let's see, we've sung The Wheels on the Bus.
Yes.
Is anyone else that's wanting to watch? All right, guys, if you've got any other questions for Bree, she'll be available to answer them throughout the feed and that sort of stuff later on. I think that's about it for today.
Yep.
All right, thanks,
Beautiful.
guys.
See you later.
All right, hopefully this has been helpful for you, and we'll be going live again on Saturday. So take care, guys, and have a beautiful evening.
Happy shopping.
Bye.
See you.